Hey party people, my name is Daryl Wilson and today I'll be doing a review slash walkthrough on the Bricks WordPress theme. Now the Bricks WordPress theme is a little different than other typical WordPress theme. It's actually built on a completely different framework, yet it's actually a very fast and lightweight WordPress theme, yet it carries sort of that same drag and drop interface that most page builders have today. So today in this video, I'll be giving you guys a kind of like a review walkthrough, just talking about it, things they might want to improve on, and then just give you an overall, my overall opinion on this WordPress theme. Now, one thing to note is that this WordPress theme has great GTmetrix scores. In fact, I'm using one of their templates here, and you guys can see just by using their templates, it's a very fast WordPress theme. Now, again, this theme works differently than other WordPress themes, so it's not your typical page builder slash WordPress theme. It's built on a completely different framework, so I'll be talking about that in just a bit. But also, I ran it through my Pingdom test, and again, it's a very, very fast WordPress theme. It's very lightweight. And let me just go ahead and talk about this WordPress theme, and I'll just give you guys a quick little overview about it, and then I'll explain to you why it's different than other WordPress themes like these ones here. So, for example, we first go ahead and we install the WordPress theme called Bricks. Now, this is my, this is my website, and this is my default template. But when you install the WordPress theme, you get these options on the left side that says Bricks. Now, there are some other various options. Now, one thing to note that this WordPress theme has a built-in theme builder. So you can have a custom header, you can have a custom footer, you can also have a custom single post page. And on the right side, you can see we have select template type, and they do have various templates that you can pick. So it does have a theme builder built in it, so that's actually really cool. You guys can see I just built the header and the footer. I just have a custom header, a custom footer. I can make a custom 404 page if I want. Here under settings, we do have some additional settings. Like we have builder access, so what person has access to the builder. We have templates. You can make, your templates public or disable default templates, and just some other various options here. For the builder, this is actually a really interesting feature. So you can actually disable the autosave. And, if you can change the autosave interval, which is very interesting. Also, we have performance. You can disable emojis. Now, I do like this feature because other WordPress themes, they require plugins for this. Some themes are starting to do this, like Bloxy. Bloxy, you can actually disable the emojis and other features, but some other WordPress themes don't yet have that option. Here you can enter in your API keys, and then also for you devs out there, you can insert your custom code. Now, I think devs would actually like this product a little bit more than a typical customer, but we will go through and talk about it in this video. So here you can apply your custom fonts. Now, also what I do like about this WordPress theme is that you can actually have custom sidebars as well. Now, instead of actually installing the plugin that basically lets you have different sidebars on different pages, this theme has it built in. So I guess they call it dynamic sidebars. Same thing, right? It's just a more, I guess you want to say, high-tech way of saying sidebars. And then you have your system status, which you will probably give them for your ticketing system, and then your license. So that's pretty much all these options over here on a nutshell. Now, let's say, for example, we have templates. Let's just start from the basics of just building a header and a footer, and then we'll actually go to the page builder and then talk about, the actual experience of it. So right here under the add new, under add title, this will be my main header. So let's just say, for example, you're building a custom header. So right here we have header, and I will click on publish. And most people today use custom headers and footers with page builders. That's nothing new. I mean, every builder has that. So here I'll click on edit with bricks. So let's just use a template to get started, just to give you an idea of how this works. So first I will click on inserted templates, and the community templates, I will select a header. So right here, template type, we have header. Now they just kind of give you like the top of the actual, you can see the header at the top. So they don't actually give you the entire page. So just to note that. So here I'll just click on insert the template, and there we go. Now here I will click on save. So I made my header. Now let's say, for example, I want to apply this header on specific parts of my website. Under the actual settings section, we have page settings. Sorry, we have, no, it's under the other one. It's under the template settings, conditions, And then essentially we can apply this to the entire website. We can apply this header to other various pages. So you can see here how the theme builder, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's not too complicated. I do like the simplicity of the theme builder. I think it's pretty easy to get started. I do also like the fact that they put the conditions on the left side instead of, having this kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 process. I like how you can kind of mess with everything on the back end in one kind of swoop. So what I'll do is I will save this. All right, and then let's go ahead and go back to our WordPress dashboard. So here I'll go to edit in WordPress. And for the other footer or for the other header, I'm gonna delete this one. So I'll just delete this one because I don't want them to conflict because I have them both on the entire websites. And then let's go back and click on visit sites. And there we go. So now we have our header on the entire websites. And there it is. So yeah, that's like a quick little rundown of the theme builder. Now let's actually talk about the builder. So here I will click on the About Us page. Now, to be honest, my first impressions of this theme, I love the speed. I love the simplicity of it, but it does need a little bit of work on the UI because you guys will see. Let's click on Edit with Bricks. I also don't like the fact that they have that you can kind of delete your whole site right on the top sidebar or on the top bar, because you can actually delete your whole website on accident if you click that. And I was like, wait, that deletes the whole page? And it really does. So let's now make our About Us page from scratch. I don't want to use the templates here. I'll use the templates throughout this, but I just want to create my header from scratch. So here I will grab in the heading and I can change this to, this is the About Us page. Right, the About Us page, and I can kind of, I like the fact that it has that fluid interface like Divi. So now you can see that we can kind of change the width and the padding without having to click like Elementor, which can be a little tedious at times. Now, one thing I am still a little confused about this is I don't really know how to align this without using that actual menu right here. I've looked through the options and I just really couldn't find it. So that was something that I needed help with. Now let's say, for example, I want to add a background color. I can right click and, or not the heading, but what I want to do is under the blue section, edit column, we can add a background to that. So there we go. We can add a background color to that. And yeah, you guys can, kind of get the idea. And then below that, maybe we can add in more elements. Now, to add in more elements, you'll need to go on this section, and on the bottom right here, you can see we have insert template below, or we can add a section. So now I added a section below that. And let's say, for example, I want a 3-column row this time. I don't want to keep doing it like one by one. Under the add column, you can see now we have 2 columns. And I do like the fact that this WordPress theme is very fast. It's a very, very fast WordPress theme. And I'll explain why a little bit later in this video. But now we can drag and drop elements again. So let's go ahead and get our little menu up there. Here we go. So we have our, let's see what we can use here. Let's use a different one. Animated typing. Now let's check out that one, huh? Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I do like that. Here, let's add in another element. Here we go. Wait, there it goes. Let's see, we can add in an image. And below that, we can add in some text. Maybe some text below that. And then just a general button, just something like a general call to action. And within all of these elements, you can customize them and design them. So for example, we can click on this button here. Now they do have global colors as well. So you guys can actually have a global color palette where you can change all of the styles here. And then maybe we can add this as a large button here. And I'm sure we can change the border radius and the style. So once you guys learn the option styles for one module, they're pretty much the same for all of them. So for example, I did mention the shape dividers, but I thought was really interesting. So you can actually add shapes within these elements. And I know this looks messy and looks weird, but I'm sure there's a way on how you guys can actually use this for some specific design. But yes, but that's that. I just thought that was very interesting that they let you to do that, but I'll get rid of that. It's really, really ugly. Here under gradient overlays, we can have a specific gradient overlay. You can add a color to it. So they do have gradients. So for those of you who love gradients, you can, have all that gradient on your website. And remember, gradients are very hard to carry. I'm not a fan of gradients, but hey, man, it's your website. So here I will clone this element, right? And let's see how this drag and drop element works here. So I do like that element. Yeah, that's actually a really fluid style building. So let's do that one more time. Oh, no. Delete that. I wanted to clone this element, and I want to drag that Here we go. I want to drag this. Here we go. Can I? Oh, hold on. It did it before really well. Let's see here. Can I drag this? Oh, move elements. There we go. Move the elements. Here we go. Let's see if I can. Okay, good. All right. Now, what I'll do here is I'll go ahead and now that I've showed you guys how to do this, let's just go ahead and delete everything. So to delete stuff, delete a section, sure. And then this section here, I believe we have to just, there we go. So let's see here. Clear row, yes. And now over here, we have delete section and then delete it. So it is somewhat of a learning curve. You guys can see how we have to kind of navigate through each little step. It's not a bad way to do it. It's just different. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, let me go ahead and insert a template here and go to community templates. Now, of course, you guys can save templates. So after you make a template from scratch, you guys can make it and then save it to your library. Now, I do want to go ahead and talk about the actual let's see here. We'll go ahead and just insert this one here. I will import the images and replace the content, and I will insert this template. So now it's importing that whole template here. So you guys can see that this is the template. Now, and you know, the theme is great. You know, it's a great theme, but their designers, they need some work, but that's okay. You know, at least they give us something. You know, we can't all be spoiled here. One thing I did notice that when I import some templates, sometimes the page builder doesn't pick it up, but if I just click on it and then insert it again, it comes back. So that's just something that I saw. But here we go. I will insert this. And what I'll do next is I want to go ahead and test the page speed. So I will go ahead and mess around with more settings on the contact page, but I do want to demonstrate why I think this theme has massive potential. So the UI does need a little bit of work. Sometimes it can be a little inconvenient to get things started, but I really do like the actual speed of this WordPress theme. So here we go. We saved it. Actually, you know what? No. Let's make this a little harder. You know, let's add a lot more content here, because I feel like this is not enough to strain the server, right? I want to add a little bit more. So what I'll do is on the bottom section, I will insert a template below, community templates. I want to really push this, and I want to kind of demonstrate that I think this theme is pretty fast. All right, so now I imported a second template below that, and you guys can see we have a lot of contents, a lot of images, and let's push the envelope here. You know, I'll duplicate this whole section, and I will clone this row. So I just want to demonstrate that we have a lot of content on this page, right? We have a lot of content. And with other page builders, you know, this might have a loading time of around a few seconds, but let's just see what this WordPress theme does. Oh, there goes the autosave feature. So I will click on preview mode. All right, looks good, right? So it is under the About Us page. Let's go back. Oh, nope. Here, view on front end. This is what I mean by sometimes I wish it was a little bit more easier to navigate, but hey, it's okay. You know, it's new. No problem. Now, the About Us page is the page that we got a lot of our content on. So we can see we have a lot of content on this page. And let's just run it through some GTmetrix scores. Let's see what this builder, oh, no. Let's see what this can do. So I will paste this, and I will also run it over here. And I'll explain kind of why I like this theme. And I don't think this theme is going to really replace page builders. I don't think it's going to replace Gutenberg. But what I do see here is I see a combination of like Elementor and Oxygen and also Divi sort of all combined in one, because it doesn't necessarily load a lot of the stuff that a lot of page builders load. And also what I've noticed is that you have a very small amount of requests to servers. So you guys can see here that without even any optimization on my end, I just simply uploaded a lot of content, and we have an A+ for the GTmetrix score. You can see here that you know, the scores are really good. Our time to first bytes pretty low. Now I'll explain this in just a bit, and there's a reason for this in this WordPress theme. And then we have our fully loaded time under 1 second. We even have our page size at 1.3, you know, so we do have a lot of content on here. So that's very interesting. Now let's also take a look at the actual, the tools pingdom. Now you guys can see that we do have a load time of under 1 second, and the page size is 1.4, yet the request is again 24. So that leads us with the question of, we have a very large website with a lot of content, yet the requests are very low. And that's why this framework works very differently from React and other frameworks. So I did watch this tutorial on this new framework, and I understand now why people are preferring it and why people really like it. So typically with other websites, like websites that use Divi or Elementor or just other websites in general, usually how this works is the website sends a request to servers, and then the server sends the HTML page back to the actual website. Now, the issue with doing that is the fact that that can cause a lot of HTTP requests. So HTTP requests equals slower websites. Now, this WordPress theme works very differently. It kind of takes that away. So for example, we have the typical websites, which you probably worked on before. Now with this new WordPress theme, it actually does it very differently. So with this framework, it actually sends back a bare bones HTML document, and the JavaScript bundle, the actual framework, kind of designs everything within the browser instead. So instead of actually overloading the server with all this content, it basically has the framework do all the work within the browser and the actual website itself. In fact, there are other features that make this even faster. Is the fact that sometimes when you actually use links on your website, it has to send that request back to the server. However, this framework intercepts those requests and uses your browser and sends it back to your website. So it doesn't even go to the server when they click on links. So that's actually very impressive. And again, that will drastically reduce the amount of the server requests, leading to a much faster website. So that's basically why this theme works very differently. It's built on a completely different framework, and it's not built on React or other frameworks. It's built on a framework called Vue.js. I believe it's Vue.js. It's pretty new. It came out about a year ago, and it's kind of building up momentum. So I had to change my shirt. Hope you guys don't mind. I got some food on it, but my overall opinion and verdict about this WordPress theme is I think this is incredible. Now, I like the fact that this theme has the fluidity of Divi, where you can kind of drag and drop like it has that fluidity right here. And I love the fact that it's so smooth. I mean, look at this. Like with Divi, this would be like, it'd be kind of like messy, but it also carries that convenience of Elementor with these elements on the left side. So I really do like how they approached all this. And also it's extremely fast and it's lightweight and it doesn't load anything, and you have definitely zero bloat with this WordPress theme. So if you guys are looking to use this for your website, I think it's a great choice. And I don't think that, I mean, right now we're like in the heat of page builders where everyone's like, oh, page builders are dead. That is simply not true. You know, Elementor is incredible. Divi is incredible. This new WordPress theme is also really good. It really just depends on preference. But that's just my opinion. But again, I don't think page builders are going anywhere, that's for sure. But I do think this theme is very promising, and I will follow up on it and see if they have new features coming out or whatever. And it just takes time to kind of get used to the actual interface. But when I first used this, I was like, man, this is kind of confusing. It's not confusing at all. Once you kind of mess around with it for about like an hour or two and kind of just see how they design it, the interface, you'll get the hang of it pretty quick. Now, they also do have a roadmap, and I'm really interested to see what they do with the WooCommerce settings. So it looks like the WooCommerce builder is on the roadmap, and that is their highest upvoted feature, which is cool. And they do also integrate with ACF, and this does have a few integrations. So it's not like a completely loner. It does have some integrations for that, in that regard. For performance and SEO, you guys can just go ahead and read about all this stuff on the actual on their website. They do have the actual they do actually have the versions, and they do show like the speed comparison, and you guys can see how again it is extremely fast for a WordPress theme. And now let's talk about the price. So how much is this? Is this $999? Is this $1,000? Let's see. Let's take a look here. No, it's not. It's actually really, really cheap, and they did follow somewhat of the pricing plan that Elementor followed. So it's 1,000 websites. Wait, for 1,000 website. Okay, they need to say websites, but you know what? Sorry. I hate when people correct me because I stutter a lot. You guys can see, but for 1,000 websites, $150. That is really, really good. And this is just an upsell. They should actually change this plan. I don't like that. I don't agree with that at all. I hate when people do this because it's like, obviously they're pushing you to the 150, but if I just want 2 websites or 3 websites, come on, accommodate me. But the pricing is also incredible. So in that regard, I do think this is a great deal. I'm not an affiliate. I applied for their affiliate program. They just never responded to me. If they do give me a coupon code in the future, I will go ahead and put it in the description below. But that is my review on the Bricks theme. I think it is a fast, lightweight, a great WordPress theme. And if you are looking to substitute another theme or you just want to get away from page builders, I think Bricks is a great alternative. So let me know in the description about what you guys think about my review in the comments below. My name is Daryl Wilson, and I will see all of you party people in the next video, guys. Take care.